yesterday when you said, first be with yourself, that went straight to the heart. And the practice of sitting in the I am. At first, there was many, many things, many thoughts, many emotions. And then it was seen that everything that was coming, I can't be that. All the things and all the questions, and I can't be that if I'm...
Could you say it so we all can hear why you cannot be that? How did you come to such an understanding that you cannot be that? What made you so sure?
Because I was sitting in the I am. And from that came just the most blissful silence. The silence that I came here for. And I've just been walking and sitting, and things are still coming up, and but it's seen from such a peaceful place.
Yes.
And with that, there's a big clarity of what happens in the mind. The mind seems to oscillate between arrogance and unworthiness. And it's seen, and it's seen, but it feels that it's sometimes seen here and then sometimes seen in the mind, like seen from just the idea of seeing.
Okay, the purpose of asking you to focus on the sense I am, rather than just being so easily pulled into the mind flow, is that somehow by resting the attention inside the natural sense of being, not creating anything at all, I simply ask you, that sense I, the sense of being, that is the I amness, a vibration or intuition. It's just there, just to stay with that. You seem to have listened to that. Then it said the mind flow came in different ways, but it became clear gradually. Maybe in the beginning, some sense of turbulence is coming, but as you held to that looking and resting in a kind of neutrality, and then the mind wave, which ordinarily would have sucked attention from you and created the sense of a personal self, being bashed about or being made confused by your own thinking, that was kind of floating by, and there was nothing to hook into if you stay as the I amness itself. And then gradually a great peace is felt. If you had gone prematurely with the waves of the mind, this peace would have been missed. But this peace did not come. It is your natural environment. But few allow themselves to catch hold of this, to recognize Did you do any peace exercise? No. Simply by staying with yourself. And you started by reminding me that something had said, which is, it is very important to learn to be by yourself and to rest your attention in your own presence. That's more important than to be with the king of a country. Better than being in any other company, be in the company of your own self. The difference is, when you're in the company of your own self, there is not two. When the attention can rest naturally, you see, in that sense of being or isness, just abiding there. Is it a strain to do that? You should all be able to respond to this question. Is it strain to do this? You see? That, I'm trying. No. And when you're in your stillness, your seeing is very panoramic, very open. And a little thing, not your engagement with seeing, but your viewing point is very open. And yet whatever appears in your vision is not more pronounced than the vibration of the I Am itself. That is your first, your self-experience. Other things coming and going. You are discovering your sky-likeness, your sky-like consciousness, not your cloud identity. So like this, you say sometimes it feels, I can see that the mind energy is somewhere here, sometimes it is felt here. But nonetheless, I don't have the sense of being swept away or caught up in the tornadoes of the mind. What have you done, in fact? How wonderful that you are not doing some strenuous spiritual gymnastics or something. Just abiding, bringing your attention, resting it inside the natural sense of being. What could be more joy also? And then this peace seems to come. But it's not that the peace comes, it's that the restlessness goes. It appears, oh now, I'm still, then peace. Peace is felt. But did the peace come, you see? Because of our usual way of thinking, it might appear as though, yes, it wasn't there before and now it's here. So it came because I was here and the peace came. No, the noisy tendencies of the I person, they swept away. And the I, as it is, in that natural state of I amness, yes, that is in resonance with itself, and that is the peace you're experiencing, you see. And then this report is a report about an incident in time?
No.
No. It should not be. It is not something you experienced like other things. Oh, this beautiful thought come and this lovely energy came and it was radiant in blue. No, it's none of that. You are discovering that which never came and cannot go. That is more stable than the person. And yet for so long it seems the person is stable and consistent. But when seen from a fresh place of your discovery, of your own stillness, your own silence, then you see that it's the person and its clouds are all the movement. And nothing wrong with that. Let movement move. But you are now aware of your natural stillness. Is your silence a doing?
No.
No. And now? You don't have to search for something to say.
No, I just am.
Yeah.
Even there's nerves and the mind,
Yes, yes.
but I just am.
Yes, it's good to notice this. That little nervousness, mind feeling come, but that's not the predominant experience anymore. The little background, the remnants of the identity, Previously, mind would come in a certain way, and it's got its own key to your house. Or doesn't even have to turn a key, he's in. You see? But now that you're aware of your own self and the authority and power of your own place, now he comes and he has to knock a bit. Tuk, 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 tuk. You're aware of him. Yes. Not today. Tuk, 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 tuk. Not today. Tuk, 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 tuk. No answer. You see. Now it may try to get your attention in other ways. Don't despair. Whatever way the mind will come is going to be an opportunity to learn something from within yourself. You see, you can use all these things, bitter or sweet. They'll become like little mirrors in which something of yourself is reflected in it. And you just quietly notice, no big emotional storms. And even if they come, I wonder how far it can go, and you still remain just the silent witness of them. Suppose it's from 1 to 10, and 1 is is hardly any mind at all. And as you turn the power up to 10 is like wow, full heavy metal. Okay? So at what point, as it keeps getting louder and more personal, can it eclipse the I amness? Can it just overpower it? Is it possible? You have to see. Maybe when it goes up to 6, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm still here. Still here. Nothing's happening. More up and then if that happens, where whoa, 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 then watch that also. That's also a cloud passing. Don't go cloud riding. You're still only here. What can silence do? What is the reaction of emptiness?
Just to be.
Yes. Yeah. Now, it can sound maybe to someone, I don't do anything, I just am. And many people would go, am what? I mean, what you mean just am? You don't do anything, you don't go and talk to somebody, you don't, so it's good not to talk about it. Because those who have not had the experience and the validation within themselves that this is a very high place to be, they will annoy you. You see? Sometimes they don't mean to, but some old tendencies will become uncomfortable and start to peck at you. So don't worry about that for now. Continue just marinating in your own silence and being. It's never a busyness. Busyness comes from mind. Busyness and business come from the mind. But your place is this quiet silence. So much so that even in the midst of dynamic activity, your silence remains undisturbed. But you must pay attention to it. Because mind will make it feel as though sometimes, your silence is disappearing and all of these things. So the more you look, the more you are. And the deeper you are established in your own silence, the duality is going also. Not you and stillness. Stillness and yourself, they're like synonymous also. Enjoy. But be, at the same time, retain a quiet vigilance. You understand?
Yes.
Don't feel, haha, yeah, I've done it. Ooh, good. You see? No, just keep maturing, getting better and better in your own silence, you see. And don't worry, because the thought may come, yeah, but like this, you're pretty much in a lifeless situation, just keeping quiet. No. All this universe and its activity are sprouted from here and is supported by the grace of this. You cannot work it out in your mind. Having realized this, stay with it also. And it will continue yielding its mysteries, you see, opening up more and more. Illuminations more and more coming. They're coming. And yet there's a background of unchanging awareness. It is not something that flows into words very easily. So don't make a big discussion of it with anyone. It's more true in its silence than it is when it goes into words. You see? Because words, you have almost left behind. And to come to such a profound silence, the words, they seem like they never quite reach. They cannot capture, you see. And yet the mind is want to say something about it. So you keep quiet in your own self. Let your presence speak if it needs to. So a wonderful report, and I'm very happy to hear that. And what is this a unique experience for somebody who's standing over there? No, it's okay for her, But me, this is a universal declaration of consciousness. It's not an isolated incident in an environment like this. The same exercise of simply paying attention, just resting in your stillness. Have time for this. Don't be impatient about this. We have patience for so many fleeting things, ephemeral things. Give a little space to be with yourself. It is like planting a small tree that yield enough fruit for the whole world to eat. And a tree that bears fruit immediately also. We are here for a few days. My words are strong enough for you to prove them in a day. Then you can tell me if they are true or not.
Yes, they are true.
Very good.
Yes. Before coming up here, there was so much of me trying to be someone, like trying to be a good student, trying to impress you, and that's all just fallen away.
Yeah.
And it feels like I'm disappearing.
Yes. No, what you're not is disappearing.
Yes.
What you are is appearing, but only to you. What you are not is disappearing. And at this point, many people sometimes experience a sense of fear and they start to, I'm going to die. I hear it all the time. I'm going to die. I think I'm disappearing. Die. I said, go sit down. Why this feeling? Because the usual reference for yourself is that feeling of personhood, that thinking, doing, feeling, excited. And that is gradually softening and sort of melting away, as it should. And from its own smoldering, it is saying, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. You see? Yeah? So you don't have to have any compassion for that. So it's just a feeling. Just stay as you are, you see. Many people, they run to the doctor quickly. Take my pulse, take my pulse. It just plays like that.
I'm here for this. I'm here for the
Be
dissolving.
here as this. You say, I'm here for this. Now you're discovering you're here as this. Stay as this. If I say remain as this, will it produce sweat? Oh, I'm for remaining. It's not so much instruction, reminding you are here. I don't even want to say stay, I prefer to say remain. It means you already are. Honor that. How? Just each time the mind traffic come and engage, gradually, in the beginning anyway, it might feel, no, I just don't want to engage with any of what mind has to say right now. It's fine, but don't panic, don't be afraid of your mind. When there is something that is required, when a thing needs to happen genuinely, and then you will instinctively, intuitively know. You'll find already the action is happening, you see. And it will not produce any stress in you, nor complexities, you see. You're getting to know yourself, getting to know your own energies and powers, they're coming. A teaching that's happening within your own self coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good.
You've changed my life. Thank you so much. There's so much gratitude and so much love.
Yes.
I read one of those little sayings. And the first saying that I read said, I am the relationship with my master. And that just sunk so deeply.
Yeah. Very good. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Very good. Can I see it? Yeah.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
I just felt this urge to talk to you. I was sitting quietly and suddenly everything disappeared and I went blank. And there was recognition that I don't exist and this all doesn't exist, and my whole life I believed in was just a dream, and it is a dream. And even these words now I'm saying, like, I see that this is just a play, and my body, I don't know if it's my body or it's just a body, and it's like consciousness was brought into the small place, isolated box, and believed in these ideas that this is I am, but it forgot about itself and just started dreaming.
This is your experience?
Yeah.
We say when everything seems to disappear and now there's blank also, just blank. But everything disappearing...
But this is awareness, like...
Yes, everything disappearing is observed also. And then even blank is observed also. Everything becomes a phenomenal seeing. Even the sense everything disappear, what it mean? Something must be here. You say, I don't exist. A very rare utterance in the human kingdom. I don't exist. But there must be something to say, I don't exist. I don't exist. What bears witness to this? Even that utterance come, I don't exist. Something like all this belief in the way that it feels for you. Everyone will come into it in their own way. Maybe for you it's... this also took place for myself also. Suddenly I could not find a reference for who I always believed and felt I was. Now it's hard to convey that because I know the words by themselves will not do it. I'm only reporting now that in an instant, everything that was shimmering inside, it's like it's gone. How can it go? A whole life of meaning and way of being and thinking and so on. There was no reference. Who was it? It was gone. Then I said something crazy now, I couldn't find myself. Who is saying that? I couldn't find myself. And just I was looking in the hands, and there was a sensation, there's nobody in there. It's not usual thinking. You don't see people walking around going, there's nobody in, hello? Nobody in there. But it was a sensation in this moment, like there was no one here. And I cannot speak much about that. There was just expanse and an awareness of that. And in that expanse, Papaji showed up, like very big. And in that moment, I recognized this is my master. I realized in that moment I'd not as yet accepted him. So something happened there. Yeah, I, as been believed for a long time, is really not what I am. Because he himself had said to me, to find the truth, you must disappear. What kind of instruction is that? How am I going to do that? Abracadabra. What are you going to do? So the master gives instruction you cannot do. How are you going to disappear? You must vanish. Right? I mean, some instructions maybe how to do that. So it wasn't for the mind to do something. The words were enough. And they were like some mysterious thing had been spoken into my being, and it was already doing something. But at first I didn't notice it. There was too much, there was egoic reaction, like how he speaks to me like that. I felt embarrassed or so, and like this was not the words your ego want to hear from your master. You want to hear, welcome, my child. I've been waiting for you. Vanish. What? I did not come here for this. You see? But same day, just a short while after, in my sizzling frustration, something like that sound was not there, by the way. And your speaking remind me of that. What it means to vanish. It might sound very scary. What you are cannot vanish. It may appear to be hidden, but it cannot vanish. It cannot not be. And what you are not cannot be, though it appears to be. But in a true meeting, by grace of God, by grace of Master. And this I person could not hold together, you see. So something remained to be saying, I am not here, meaning I, in the way that I have been cultured to feel I am, that reference is gone. Now let's see how long that will be for. If gradually a reappearing is coming in, a shock, mind, ego has had a drop kick by God. It's not here, so, whoa. Then something is here, but it's like, whoa, where is me? But there's no panic. Perhaps there's not yet a joy, it's just an emptiness, you see. And gradually now, it comes in, the feeling. But it cannot be the old one. Something is already coming here. It is to live in this house, but in a new way. And she's smiling, she's happy.
Yes.
How can somebody say, I am not here, don't exist? Happily. Who's happy there? And of course, we know this is a very unusual environment. You're not going to get so many people, 1,000 people in a space, and you hear something like that and go, whoa, 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 I don't know about that. Hocus pocus. I don't want to vanish. I want to get my enlightenment and go quietly.
I don't know what to say more.
It's enough.
Yes.
Now sometimes mind comes. He wants to come. He's desperate. In one instant he's become bankrupt. He's not having it. Let's see if we can stir up some of the whole ghosts and dress them up and bring them to your party. We'll see what happens. Very good.